ago, you might say, the phenomenon known as the Beatles dissolved. Now, George Harrison went on to Eastern religions and music. John Lennon and Paul McCartney, of course, each wanted to write different types of songs, and they did. Ringo Starr. Hey. Well, not yet. Wait a minute. Ringo Starr. Would you let me finish this intro? Ringo, let me finish this. Ringo Starr went on to be a major motion picture star and to have hit records, and he happens to be with us today. Would you welcome, please, Ringo Starr?
Remember that song?
Good.
How you doing?
Ringo.
Let's sit down.
Do I say Ringo or Richard?
You can say Ringo.
Do your close friends call you Richard?
Yes.
Yeah, may I ask you about the Don't look at these.
Okay.
These are things that I've thought of to try and talk with you about. Ringo, what is... You have pearls in your lapels.
Finger pearls.
And that relates to the...
Glenn Miller.
Glenn Miller, yes. Of course, I should have known.
Barbara Bach.
Yes.
She'll be coming out soon.
Barbara Bach is coming out soon.
Fabulous.
That's right. What,
Which one are we on?
I don't want to talk to...
AA? AC?
I don't want to talk about the Beatles at all. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about your childhood a little bit before the Beatles.
Childhood?
Your childhood. You must have started somewhere. Were you a nice kid?
I started in the womb.
And then after that, you came out.
Never been out in my life.
Were you a nice kid?
Fabulous. Look at that. Was I nice?
They don't know you before those years.
They know me before you.
No.
You weren't born when we were doing it.
Oh, yes, I was.
Oh, you're not that old, John.
Yes, I was.
How old are you?
I'm 38, and in 1964, when you all came over, I was old enough to be very affected by it.
You're 4.
No.
Come on, next question.
Isn't it true that...
How you doing?
Isn't it true that for a while in your childhood you spent time in the hospital?
Yeah, most of my life.
For what reason?
I was sick.
How did that affect your life?
We're on 3 now, Ollie.
Yes, we are.
They keep moving. What's this? Guess the camera? We're on 2 now. How you doing?
Follow the red light.
They're trying to follow this dialogue, and they're having trouble doing it, I'll tell you.
That's what they said to me on the first show.
Your time in the hospital, how did that affect you being in the hospital so much as a child?
Are we getting personal now, John?
I hope so.
Yeah, well, I was very sick as a child.
How did that affect your life?
Well, it made me thin. It affected my life. I sat in bed for 2 years. And ever since then, I've been trying to get back.
You had a lot of time to think.
No.
What'd you do?
Oh, I knitted.
Did you?
Made straw trays.
Did you?
I think I should have a photo with you after that.
I hope so. Straw trays. That's no relation to straw dogs.
We used to say cheese.
Cheese?
Ringo, obviously this is not going to be your regular interview.
Yes, it is.
I spotted that right away.
My regular interview. It's not going to be yours.
Do you always do this with people that...
I thought you were fabulous on the old box there.
Wasn't he good?
You want to do it again so I can have a rest?
I promise to put these questions
listen,
away.
Say hi to Morris.
Ringo, listen to me.
Okay, come on.
I promise
listen to me. It's Joe. I'm big deal. Listen to it.
I promise to not ask you any of the planned questions that I've done my homework for.
Well, let me ask you them. Okay.
Kind of hard to get through them, isn't it?
Okay.
Let
Now, would you like me to ask you these?
Yeah. I think they're very self-revealing questions.
Yeah, okay.
Do you always do this with an interviewer?
No.
John?
Only you,
Yes.
because
Do
I
you
like
know the
you.
answers to these questions?
Yes,
No,
I do.
I know the answers. He knows the questions.
I even know your answers. That's why I'm asking them.
Well, I love it. You see, you are 38.
That's right.
Because there's one question here says the Beatles were incredibly hip.
For that time, they were.
Well, I'm a pop star of the 60s. And hip is a 60s word.
That's right. But that's what I'm trying to illustrate. Let me show you what I mean.
No.
Now,
How old is?
what I'm asking is now that you've broken away from the groove.
Away, it's been 10 years.
Well, okay. Ever since then, have you been as hip in your career?
Well, no, I've had a few hits.
What I mean is, they strove to be trendsetters. Are you still striving for that, or have you mellowed as you approach 40?
You'll have to speak up.
I say, are you yellow as you approach
Yellow.
40?
I knew I didn't know it, yeah.
Yeah.
How is it out there?
They're fine.
I think you should all come over here, and we'll go over there. Come on, John, let's have a laugh.
Let me ask you this. Do you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, I love it.
Talk shows.
Only with you.
In other words, I get the
Or
impression
Mike,
that you
whatever
really
you're
don't
taking
enjoy talking about yourself. You really don't enjoy that, do you?
Of course I do.
You'd rather just do what you do and be, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I think
You
you
know
do.
what, I'd really like a photo with you.
We already did that when you first came in, you remember?
He only wants one photo.
We have to break away. I want to talk
We're
about...
gonna break away?
We didn't get through half these questions because you fooled around so much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll tell you what, you break away now. When he comes back, we on two? We're gonna be very serious.
No, not that
How you
serious.
doing?
We have to break away. We'll be right back with Barbara.